Welcome to Spiritual Insights with David Johnson. This series presents a unique channel perspective on modern spirituality and self-actualization. In this episode, we channel Iron Will, a Native American shaman who lived over 100 years ago. We asked him to comment on the observation that great change always comes with a period of initial chaos and frequent natural disasters.
That is not untrue. Yes, that is quite accurate in the way that it's said. Yes, there must in some sense be disaster. And what you are seeing now is a series of disasters. There will be a good many disasters. And we say that this is preferable than one big disaster. It is necessary too, for people must be reminded again and again and again. Every argument must be contradicted. And humans will create that environment. They will create the disasters. The unfortunate thing is that some of you are wise, you are evolving, you are compassionate, and you have to be in the place of the witness. You have to watch these things happen and the terrible suffering. You have to watch the terrible suffering of those who are so wrapped in materialism that they have forgotten their mission on earth. They have lost their souls. They have left them behind. Of course, this is part of their process, and part of your process is to interact with that energy and see what you can do. It is very heroic what some people are doing to contradict these energies. But that is the way that it will indeed work. It is sort of an expression that Dave has: nature bats last. You think that you will beat the wave of nature? Well, let us see. Will they? Those who are perhaps looking towards the end of their lives, will they outrace the sun? That's a good question. We would say that they will not. This will come sooner than they think. There will be problems. Problems in their monetary lives, problems in their very existence. And that is perhaps the only way that they will change. On the day that the flood happens, they have no devices, they have nowhere to go. They will go to perhaps the land of place where people are more compassionate, and they will have to get something out of them, just food and necessities, just a tent to live in, and they will have a revelation. They will not be able to go to their devices. There will be no television in their tent on the beach. There will be nothing but the generous giving of the individual. And there you will see a re-interaction. There, the person from the left and the person from the right will come back together. The person, let us call them the person from the left, will have understood compassion, but will be tested. Can you have compassion even for this foolish one who has caused the disaster in the first place? Can you say, well, he is a human, she is a human, I must help them, because that is what compassion means, even if I do not agree with them. And I must do it in a way that is kind. And when that happens, perhaps the one on the right who needs the help will say to themselves, in this moment of terror and desperation, this is what I need, a person who cares. And as they see that and interact with that, they will have a revelation themselves that says, well, they saved my life. They saved my spouse's life, and I am grateful. Without them, I would have nothing, no food. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I ought to take life in a different way. Now I understand that it's not about having a better television set or a better car or a better house. It really isn't about that at all. All of those things have been lost. What is really essential is the connection between the other human being, the fact that somebody cares about me. And as I realize that this is what is really important and really meaningful, I will change. Perhaps I will not even have a choice to change. Then again, of course, I could keep going. I could live in my fantasy world even as I live in a tent. But it will be pretty hard to maintain such a thing. And certainly you won't go around talking about it to the people who have given you the money, the help, the house, the tent. You won't tell them how terrible they are as they are giving you the help. And so they will change. And so will those who help. But it is indeed very difficult, because there are many of you who have evolved, and you must witness these terrible experiences. It is pulling at your heart, which is one reason why we arrive here to help.